the Celtics aim to put an end to their three-game losing streak when they host the Trailblazers at TD Garden on Wednesday night. Boston's disappointing stretch, as head coach Brad Stevens readily admits, has clearly been a result of a lack of chemistry. The C's will need to figure things out sooner rather than later, as they currently possess the number 5 seed with only 21 games remaining. Frustrated Celtics need to change their ways. Blazers guard and ex-Celtic Evan Turner believes his former team will be just fine. "Don't worry," Turner said per the Boston Herald. The Celtics are going to be in the finals. At the beginning of the season, many considered Boston the favorite to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Golden State in the NBA Finals. Despite the Celtics' recent struggles, Turner doesn't think anything has changed. "I thought they had a team that, with the type of personnel they have defensively and offensively and the coach, I thought they had a team that can combat the Golden State Warriors over a 7-game series," Turner said. "And at the same time, I still don't think any difference in a sense. I don't see any difference. Obviously when it comes down to it, playoff basketball's a way different type of game. You've got to stare at a Kyrie Irving. You've got to stare at a Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Morris and Terry Rozier and Al Horford. When you've got to do that for 7 games, along with some great play calling from Brad Stevens, I mean, that's a tough element for another team to get into." As the C's are one of their lowest points of the season, Turner still believes with the amount of talent on the roster they're just one run away from getting back on the finals track. "When it comes down to it, you understand the talent aspect and everything," Turner said. "Sometimes things take time to mold. But I've also been on a team that finished with the 3rd seed and got swept in the first round. It's all about hitting your peak just right. You saw it when they had their good run earlier in the season and then in January. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of luck to get right back on that roll and have the Garden rocking. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but obviously there are skids in a season." As encouraging as Turner's optimism may seem, Boston's showing Wednesday night versus Portland will be telling. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. Celtics head coach Brad Stevens caught some people by surprise when a hot mic caught his F-bomb on Tuesday night, but Evan Turner wasn't fazed. Turner spent 2 seasons, 2014-15, 2015-16, on Stevens' Celtics. In his second season, Turner witnessed a switch in his head coach's demeanor. The Trailblazers guard hilariously said the change was like going from Lizzie McGuire to Mean Girls. Evan Turner said he was unfazed by Brad Stevens' F-bomb. "My second year he went from being PG-rated Lizzie McGuire to all-out Mean Girls." Adam Himmelspach, at Adam Himmelspach, February 28, 2019. For those wondering what Turner means by that comparison, Lizzie McGuire was a PG-rated Disney TV show and Mean Girls is a harsher, PG-13 rated film. The analogy is superb. Just trust us on this one. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. Boston, the importance of tonight's game between Boston and Portland cannot be overstated. The Celtics, 37-24, are reeling unlike anything we've seen this season, and come into tonight's game against the Blazers focused on trying to avoid their first 4-game losing streak of the season. And Portland will present the kind of challenge that will surely test the Celtics' bounce-back ability. The Blazers have been among the better teams in the Western Conference, and have been even better when it comes to facing teams from the Eastern Conference. More Celtics. Portland comes in with an NBA best 17-4 record when facing teams from the East, which includes an 11-1 record against the East since Thanksgiving. Here are some other nuggets to watch for tonight. Al Horford has been one of the few positives for the Celtics lately. Since Jan. 5, Horford is one of 3 players in the NBA to average at least 15 points, 8 rebounds and 4 assists while shooting at least 55% from the field. The other 2 players are Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo and Minnesota's Karl Anthony Towns. Smart on the rise. Marcus Smart isn't thought of as a three-point threat, and yet he continues to climb the franchise's all-time leaders list. He comes into tonight's game with 413 made three-pointers for Boston, and needs 4 to surpass Dana Bauhaus for the number 8 spot on the all-time leaders list. And if he winds up making 5 threes, he would also pass Walter McCarty, who has 417 career three-pointers for Boston. Strong starting 5. While there have been some who have alluded to the Celtics needing to change up their starting lineup to snap out of their struggles, the numbers suggest Boston's current starting 5 isn't the problem. Boston's starting 5 of Kyrie Irving, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford have the second best defensive rating among starting 5 lineups who have played at least 200 minutes together. And their net rating, 11.0, ranks 8th among starting lineups. Where's the D? Boston's defense has struggled on several levels lately, with none more glaring than the problems they have had defending teams from three-point range. For the past 11 seasons, Boston has ranked among the top 5 teams in the NBA when it comes to three-point percentage defense. That run is in jeopardy in large part because of the team's shoddy defense overall, which ranks 21st in the league this month. And when it comes to their three-point defense, they are allowing opponents to shoot 38.3% on threes in February, which ranks 27th in the league. Back-to-backs. The Celtics have been a so-so squad when it comes to the second night of back-to-back games, evident by their 4-5 record. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.